Welcome to Roll Out the Barrel Cooperage. I'm Damien. I've been coopering for 14 years now. If you guys are watching this, you've been lucky enough to be picked for the Angostura 7-year-old barrel-aged cocktail competition. This is just a short video about these barrels here that we make, a bit about the construction and whatnot. These casks you've been supplied with, they're 5 litre casks. They're all made from virgin American white oak. It's all imported from America. The virgin oak's usually used for whiskey to start with, and then it goes on to other stages with rum and whatnot. So once we get all the timber here in Clontarf, we run it all through the machines, cut it all up, get it all into pieces all ready to go. The pieces are all cut out by machine, but they are all put together by hand. Most of the angles and whatnot are done by hand and by eyesight, not by measurements and not by machines. Okay, so American oak is actually classed as a semi-hardwood. It can be rather soft or it can be rather hard. But the harder it is, the longer it takes for the alcohol to actually extract the flavours out of it. By charring the oak, it actually helps to release vanillin flavours, and it helps to caramelise the natural sugar in the timber. It also helps the grain to open up so that the alcohol can actually extract more flavour out of it. The casks you've been supplied with have had a medium to heavy char, which helps with the flavour of the 7-year-old Angostura rum. It just helps with a well-rounded flavour. Okay, so with the construction of these barrels, we start with the staves all laying down. We raise them up into a hoop. Raising them is the stage where we get it to this stage here. Then we can put the ends in, which are called the heads. The reason why they seal is because, for starters, there's no gaps. They're also made with dry timber. They must start with dry timber. Once timber gets wet, it swells up. The reason why they don't leak is that the hoops are tight. You've got timber that's all pushed hard up against each other. When the timber tries to swell and it's got nowhere to go because the hoops are tied up against it, it takes up any small gaps that are there. So that's why they seal. As you can see, the only thing holding together are the hoops on the outside. Once I release them, they spring apart. It just allows me to get the heads in the end. There's a little groove in there that the head sits in. We just clip that into the groove. Tighten the hoops. Once we've finished the cask, it's laid down in the cradle. We then fill it with dry sherry. It's been seasoned for 3 months, and that's to take a bit of the edge off the brand new virgin oak, as the 7-year aged rum has already been aged in a hot climate in rum, in oak. So that helps take a bit of the edge off the oak, and it also helps to sweeten the timber and helps to gel the flavours together so that you're not ending up with too much of one flavour. When you get your barrel, it will be full of sherry, so you just need to empty that out and it'll be ready to fill. The sherry, you can use that for cooking or use a little bit to put back into your cocktail, whatever you like. Because they've got sherry in them, have already been swelled, so you must keep them swelled. The best way to do that is to keep alcohol in them. Don't leave water in them, water goes off. Alcohol doesn't, so if you leave alcohol in there, it will help to preserve the timber and stop it from drying out. If the timber dries out, it shrinks, the band don't shrink with it, so you end up running into trouble. Best way is to keep it at least a third full with alcohol at all times, and you won't have any problems. Okay, so the oak comes from all different parts in America, and different climates can actually change the characteristics of the oak. Typical flavours you'll get from American oak, sweet spices, almond flavours and vanillins, and also caramel flavours from the charring of the barrel. It actually has a natural sugar in the timber that caramelises when we char it, so that will help to go with 7-year aged rum. We've been making barrels here in Redcliffe for 32 years now. All these big wine barrels here, they're all made by machine these days, all computer machine. There's not too many people around the world anywhere who make them by hand. So it's pretty rare that you'll find someone like us making barrels by hand. Although we do have machinery like this old one here, there's no computer machinery, it's all done with your eyes and your hands, so it does take quite a lot of skill.